Hey everyone! Today in the channel, let's discuss Hot Toys Thor Infinity War version. For all of you guys subscribed to the channel, a warm welcome back. And if you are new here and visiting for the first time, thank you so much for checking out my channel. My name is Paul. I do statues and action figure unboxing and reviews from DC, Star Wars, and Marvel, just like this one. Now I got this figure from a second-hand market and I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Mr. Nathaniel Romboa. He was inspired by his daughter and decided to sell his hot toys with all proceeds going to Cagayan Relief Drive after it was devastated and ravaged by storms this couple of weeks. I salute you, sir. I will link his profile in the description below as well as the fund drive they are supporting. Now this figure comes in 3 separate modes: the pre-Stormbreaker mode, which is part of the third act in the Infinity War movie, and the Epic God mode. I mean, okay, it's not the official names, but he is epic to look at. Now let's take a closer look at the accessories he comes with. Alright, so here we have the accessories that comes with Thor. I have already connected sort of the chainmail arm to Thor to my figure, but anyway, let's start with what we have here. So we do have this arms here. I am digging the color here. I am loving how this was sculpted. There's a few veins there, and the skin tone that they use is really amazing. I'm loving how this was made and all that. So it is articulated, but I would not recommend leaving this in a pose when you are displaying your figure. We also have a few armors here in terms of the replacement on the chest plate. We do have 2 versions of that, so it's up to you how you want to display him. You can use those or this one. We do have a lot of hands here, so we have closed hands and a variety of weapon holding hands here, left and right, as well as somewhat relaxed hands here. So I am digging that look. There's a few veins there, and the skin tone again I am loving. Amazingly done. We have here sort of like the shoulder pads here for Thor in terms of the version from the first and second act. So this is before he created the Stormbreaker, so he does not have the cape yet. And of course we have the Stormbreaker here.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I am loving this one. I know it's not accurately depicted from the movie, but I really don't mind. I mean, I am loving how this was sculpted. The paint job here as well as how it was made. I'm loving this one. I don't think this is die-cast, so it's very light. So I mean, I'm okay with that, especially if you want your figure to hold the Stormbreaker for a long period of time, so it does not, bend your figure. Wherein if this is die-cast, it would have an amount of stress on your figure when holding it. We do have a lot of lightning bolts here. You can sort of add this, replace the ones in the armor, so you have those lightning effects, which is nice. I am loving the colors here. It's a translucent blue, so we have about 6 of this, and some forearm lightning effects here. I do love this. So this is plastic, so you don't have to be very careful when attaching this, but I would not leave this particular accessory with my figure for a long time because it could blend the color to the skin, especially if you're using this particular accessory. Then of course we have the cape here. I'm loving how this was made. I love the folds there as well as the creases and all that. So I do think it's accurately depicted. So I'm loving those designs at the side. So it is dual fabric. So at the other side we do have these textures, a lot of design and all that. So I am loving this one. I do wish it's wired, but it's not really a loss if it's not wired. So I'm still digging the cape. Of course, with the main figure, as I mentioned, I've already attached the sort of the chain, the armored arms here. I am loving this one, so I will be displaying my figure with this one. And of course, you can sort of the gauntlets here on the forearm, so you can move it with either arms, whichever you want to choose to display him with. And of course, we have this Avengers Infinity War stand base, rather. So I do love this stand, so it makes it uniform when you're displaying them alongside with your other Hot Toys Avengers Infinity War. So there's a Thor name here, and of course the Avengers logo there. I am loving the feel of this stand. I dig this stand. And we do have the dynamic light pole here and the clamp. So I've already attached this with mine, but I do plan to move this particular clamp lower so that it would only be at the lower leg here. As you guys probably are aware, or some of you are aware, having your figure clamped here in a prolonged time could actually damage your figure, especially with this kind of fabrics and all, sort of like a leather-like parts here. It could damage that, so I would not clamp his waist for a very long time. And of course, he also comes with this eye patch. So we have two here. It's a very small piece, so there you go. I'm loving this. So this is magnetic, but be careful when attaching this to your figure not to damage the face sculpt and the paint job. Alright, so that's about it for the accessories. Let's take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so taking a closer look here at Thor, let's just say this is the Act 1 version of Thor, wherein he hasn't met the Guardians yet. He just fought Thanos, and of course, as we all know, he lost that battle. Yeah, so I am loving this particular figure. In terms of the sculpt, the head sculpt here, I think they got it pretty accurately. In terms of getting the likeness of Chris Hemsworth, the expression on his face here, it's not too mad, let's say, but he does have that a little bit of a worry in his face. I'm loving the skin tone here. I think it's a pretty gorgeous painted head sculpt, as well as of course the hands here. So in terms of the Act 1 here, so I am digging this piece right now. I'm loving everything about it. Look at the hair. I'm loving that. The beard here. Amazingly done by Hot Toys here. Look at that. I am loving even the scar at the side of his face. They got it. I think they got it correctly there. I have to watch the movie again, but you know. In terms of the armor, so I do think it is accurately depicted here. I am loving everything about the armor here. It is simple, but with a lot of texture and details here. Look at that. I'm not sure what it's called, but of course Thor always has those, you know, circles at his armor. I'm loving those sort of like scratches there. It looks battle torn a little bit. I do wish he came in with a little bit more battle damage in terms of the armor here. A little bit more scratches and wears and all that. But still, I mean, it looks gorgeous. In terms of the arms here, I am digging this one. you just be careful, because I saw a lot of images in Facebook groups and some of the reviews I've seen in the past, that this gauntlet here, the forearms could get a little damage when you remove and place them multiple times. So just be careful on that. Look at that. There's a lot of muscles there. Intimidating Chris Hemsworth as always. There's a lot of veins. I am digging how this was sculpted. Amazing. So look at the pants here. There's a lot of threads there, the detail. So this is leather, if I'm not mistaken. So it will probably flake in time. Let's just try to, take care of the figure as much as we can, but in time it will flake. Look at the belt here. Amazing. I am digging this one. I mean, from the get-go, not even the the final form of Thor, and he is already amazing looking here. Look at that. There's a lot of creases there. So this particular part of the this particular part of the pants here, it's a little bit maybe we could call this a little bit rubbery, or not actually rubber, but garter texture. So if you do a little bit more posing there, it will not stretch out the pants. So that's a nice touch there. I'm loving the shin guards here. Now here with the shin guards, we can see there's a lot more sort of scratches and damages there. So that's a nice touch there. Looking at the back here, so I am digging that. Look at that. In terms of the hair, there's a lot of scratches there, and amazingly done. The side profile here, amazing. They got it. I think they got it pretty accurately. So Stanley cut his hair. That's why it's not evenly done. So there's a lot of scratches there. Look at that. Amazing. I am digging that. So I do have a little bit of scratch here, you guys can see, but it's not too bad. I mean, I don't plan on displaying him in his Act 1 post anyway. Look at that. Very, very cool. Right, so let's try to check him out with his Stormbreaker version or mode. Alright, so now here we have the Act 3 version of Thor, wherein he already created Stormbreaker with Rocket and Groot. So as you guys can see here, I am loving this piece here. I'm loving the cape and everything. Look at his eyes here. So I just removed the... You guys can see here, he has a different shade of eyes here. So the left one is a little bit bluish, and the right one is a little bit more darker. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I mean, just the attention to details from Hot Toys is amazing. I love the scratch on his right eye there. I mean, you cannot see it with the patch, but I just removed it, so now we can see the full scratch there. So I just in terms of changing the version here, so I just remove the sort of the shoulder pads and then replace it with the cape one, and then on the chest, so you can actually replace this part of the armor here. And of course, the arms here, we do have that sort of like a chainmail look in terms of the arms here. So I am loving that. I probably will display him like this with the Stormbreaker, of course. I am loving this. Look at that. Amazing detail and everything. Man, I mean, can't get over that face sculpt there. I think they got it pretty accurately. Let me know in the comments below if you think they could do better. I mean, of course they could do better, but I think at that particular moment of sculpting this and the technology at that time, I think this is as close as we can get. I mean, we do have third-party head sculpts out there, better or different. Maybe not better, but different, with a different expression and all that. But yeah, I am digging that. I am digging the cape here. Lots of details and the folds and everything. Right, so here we're taking a closer look at his god form, at least the god of thunder form. I am loving those lightning effects here. I love the translucent blue effect, and it really complements the facial expression we have here with Chris Hemsworth, with those subtle looks there, and sort of like a little anger. It's an amazing look there. I do want to mention though that it was a pain to remove the original pieces in his armor and replacing it with this particular accessory. It was a pain. I mean, it took me about 45 minutes just to remove them. I hope you don't have that same problems with your figure, but I mean, I do think they could have done a little bit better in terms of having this accessories added there. Could have been a magnet. I wish it could have been a little bit more easier to remove and all that, but otherwise it's worth it. Look at that. I mean, how amazing does he look with those lightning effects. And just for size comparison here, so we do have on the left side is Thor, and on the right side is Captain America from the Avengers Infinity War. As you guys can see, so Thor here is a little bit taller than Chris Evans here with the Captain America suit. I do think Chris Hemsworth should be a little bit more taller than Chris Evans, but correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's just my memory. And here we have Black Widow along with Captain America and Thor. So I do think they look good together. I did a review for the Black Widow. I will link it in the description below, as well as somewhere on top here. And of course, here we have Thanos beside Thor. As you guys remember, Thor lost to Thanos decisively in the first act of the movie, and then at the third act, it happened again where Thor did not went for the head. I do think they look good together. I am loving the size comparison here. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna display them side by side in my shelf. Just to wrap up, I am loving the figure. In terms of the head sculpt, I think it is a accurately sculpted head sculpt. In terms of the suit, the switch outs, everything, I mean, it is a top-notch quality in my opinion. I am so happy that I was able to grab this figure. In terms of the details, the sculpt, the paint job, it is a great figure in my opinion. So I'm giving it 9 out of 10 stars. So there you have it. Thank you so much for dropping by, and if you've reached this part of the video, please do hit that thumbs up. That would be awesome. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more unboxing and reviews. And also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell to get the latest updates from this channel. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Go rebuild your passion.